Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Robocraft with me, Lathrix. And of course, welcome to Maximum Loadout, the newest update to hit Robocraft, which has really caused a bit of chaos in the current battle system. A lot of people trying out some quite bizarre robots with some weird combinations to see just what works the best. So in today's episode, we are going to be testing out the two new modules, and of course, testing a few different combinations of weapons. The first combination we are going to be using will be quite simple: the Nano Constructor and the Plasma Devastator. I've played a couple of matches, not too many, just to get a basic feel for certain things, and one thing I will say is that Plasma is really fun now, and medic guns are ridiculously overpowered if you don't mind depleting your power in seconds. The more medic guns you have, the faster you heal, because they all shoot kind of like a machine gun, honestly, at this stage. They are now pulse weapons rather than a constant beam, and the more you have, the faster they fire, and that continues infinitely now, rather than the old 6-gun and then redundancy. All weapons, the more you have, the faster they fire, although I'm not sure if that goes for rails as well, because I didn't check, so I'll look into that afterwards. But seriously, if you use the left mouse button, the beams will fire on your cursor rather than automatically. That was the word I was looking for there, but will fire a lot faster. If you fire with the right mouse button, they will do the usual locking on but firing slower. If you hold down both mouse buttons, you get both. You get the faster firing and the lock on, and your power will go bye-bye very quickly, but you can do some serious healing. When it comes to Plasma, they no longer fire together, but fire one at a time, again like most of the weapons now. And the more you have, the faster you fire, and thus the more concentrated the volley. With this many guns, the Glorious 7, it's a very, very quick fire rate that very quickly depletes all of my energy. And now onto the modules, which I'm sure people are the most excited about. We have the Disc Shield module and the Blink module, both incredibly expensive, both in terms of RP and, of course, in terms of CPU. The Blink module costing $285, and the Disc Shield module costing $295. My favourite out of the two currently is definitely the Disc. Although I haven't really protected it very much, I've simply put it on the back. This thing is really fun and can cause you to win the game in a big battle if you place it correctly. Needless to say, I normally don't place it correctly because of my current skill level, but it's still a lot of fun to try. So let's get into a team deathmatch, then we'll swap to a different combination, possibly using the lasers and the rails, and swapping the module to the Blink module. We'll continue to use the same bot throughout the video, just so it's a level playing field. Let's get into the first battle. And so begins the first battle. Sadly, it doesn't seem like we have a Megabot. At the moment, using the medic guns, oh, it's so beautiful when we actually have one on our team. And so, let's just test it out. Here's the Plasma Volley. Isn't it just so beautiful? And of course, the less you have, the slower the volley, and you can fire them one at a time if you so desire, which can be really useful if you're not sure if you're going to actually land the shot, and you want to make sure you will. I'll use the Disc Shield module as soon as possible. Even though it has a really long cooldown, I just want to test it out on this bot. I am yet to test it out on this one, as the testing I've been doing was using Jumble, my little Walker Ski hybrid. But I found it wasn't too good with different weapon types because it just had too much CPU. Oh lord, that's bad. They have a Megabot. I was going to say too much CPU in its shielding and its movement type. Let's heal our friend there. Using the stronger version, I should say, the faster healing, and as you can see, it's now very, very quick. We do have a Are you a Megabot? Yes, you are. Come hither. Let me heal you. I am a medic. Disc module. Should have fired that in the air, honestly. Could have covered a little bit more space there, but still making it a little bit awkward for the enemy team. Come on, get down here, guy. I can heal you. I can be your friend. Nope. Nope. Enemies there. Let's spot them all for our team. I doubt I'll be able to hit him right now, so I'm not going to waste the power. Remember, we do now have the power bar, so you do have to be careful when shooting, because you can very easily use up all of your power in seconds. And yes, I am acting more as a medic right now. Though I did just hit him with a full volley there. Oh, what a shame. He was already through the shield when it got placed. Of course, they can walk through it anyway, but even so. Trying to go for his guns as much as possible, but it's just not happening. Ow, plasma in our face. There we go, we got his last gun, I think. Okay, he's trapped, let's get him! Going to change to the medic gun since we're basically out of power. Wow, what a turnaround. Fantastically done, team. I don't know why the enemy team just didn't go with him. Okay, going to save up power a little bit now so we can use the disc module again to try and protect our Megabot from enemy fire. Although saying that, it would be nice to take out this medic before we can do any more healing. Stop him from auto-healing. I can't really shoot directly down very well with my current plasma configuration, it must be said. Yeah, you got the killing blow. Plasma really does drain your power very, very quickly. Going to heal our friend there. Because we can. Can't quite put down the disc shield generator, otherwise I would have then. Let's be awkward for that fly up, there we go. And let's do a little bit of damage to him, if at all possible. Firing as fast as my power will actually allow me there. Go away, Rosefall's bot, I've seen you too much recently again. Oh wow, there's a lot of enemies left. Where's our Megabot? I think our Megabot might be dead. Or he's somewhere else, of course, it could just not be in the area. Do a quick volley against that guy there. Oh, not quite taking him out, but can we get the kill? So close, yes, we got it, fantastic. Let's back off, allow our energy to recoup. Actually, no we won't, because I want to heal this guy up. I do love having a medic gun with the other weapons. I don't think, when I'm playing by myself, I don't think I will ever not have a medic gun. Later on we'll swap to a non-medic gun combination, but that's just because I want to test out everything. Okay, I think our Megabot's down there, so I'm actually going to go there. I am abandoning my ally, I admit, I am abandoning him, but I think it's a higher chance of victory if I'm there to heal the Megabot, just to ensure he survives as long as possible. He's already damaged, so let's volley him. Now I wish I was there to heal instead, but oh well. Oh, I like that, like the shield there. The shield shape he's got going on. So he's gone for medic guns and the missile launcher, that's pretty cool. Oh, nicely done by the enemy there. Completely wasted my volley. A lot of respect for that. Now it's further back than I expected. I have less guns than I expected, okay. Flying bombers at the moment are glorious, and I really wish our Megabot would look up and try and fight him a little bit. Well, I got 2 shots off on him, I guess. Okay, going to swap for healing now, try and get his guns back. Oh, look at how much I'm healing him! And now I'm out of power, and suddenly my healing has been significantly nerfed. Can just focus on the Megabot though. If we can keep him up, we will win this, I think. Battles are a lot longer now, as you may have already noticed. And plasma does less damage per shot, but of course you do have the extreme... Actually, no, it does more damage per shot, doesn't it? No, it does do more damage per shot. It just feels like less because you're not hitting with a full volley at any given time, or at least you normally don't. Do a bit of healing for you to get up my score a little bit. Spotting him again. Was hoping he was going to aim for me there and would have blocked off his shots. Well done, that rail. My first experience with the rail wasn't too good, honestly, but I was only using like 1 or 2, so I am keen to see what's going to happen if I go mostly rail. Perhaps I'll just go into a rail bot in a little while just to test it out. Only the bomber remains. Just manually heal him, there we are. And he's back up. I do love how the guns don't turn until you activate them. It just looks so cool. I'm still not sure about the update, honestly. Although I may sound like I'm really enjoying it, which I am, how slow the battles are now isn't really a good thing in my eyes. It's not a bad thing, it's just, it's very neutral. I need to figure out a way to jump up there. So there, and attack. Bombers, though, oh my look, they are just glorious at the moment. I did try out my own bombers a little bit earlier, and I got to say, it was not only very fun, it was dominant. No use in wasting shots, since we do, of course, have the power bar. I'm really awkwardly positioned here, it's very annoying. There we are, finally. And yes, we got the top score. Look at that healing along with the damage. I adore using the nano weapons in addition to a regular weapon. It's so good. You can quickly swap to a medic if someone's hurt nearby, if you've got some spare power. It's just so awesome. And for that part, I am enjoying it a lot. So let's get into another game and let's quickly swap the plasma for rails or something of the like, and swap the medic guns for the lasers. The lasers, of course, now have had a massive change in that they are no longer hit scan. They are actually projectiles. Same for the rails, although the rails go so quickly, very rarely has that ever been an issue. Just targeting the target where it is, unless it's incredibly quick, seems to work out pretty well. After just a few seconds of testing, I can happily say the rails are not only firing when the gun is fully charged. It is just a matter of the cooldown was so perfectly synced with the power regen, it looked exactly like that, and that seems like that happens if you have 2 or 3 rails. So we're going to be going with rails and SMGs, or lasers, although I could easily put even more lasers on here for more damage. Or at least I think so. I believe the fire rate increases more and more and more the more you have, so we could have a complete gun bed style, but we're going to be focusing on using the rails over using the lasers. So as you can see, the shots no longer hit instantly, but do actually travel, just like the rails themselves. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult to actually hit a target, although with the rail speed, it's not too much of an issue. I will also be quickly swapping out the modules, so we're using the blink module as well. Not the most useful for this bot, but I think it's only fair we test it out using something, and we'll be sticking with this bot anyway. So, back in a second, testing out lasers, rails, and the blink module. So begins the test of laser and rail. Now, sadly, one person wasn't premium in this group. Only one. I'm still yet to have one battle where everybody is premium. It's kind of sad, honestly. Is it so much to ask that everyone presses the big button that shows at the start of the game? Well, definitely have a range there. Oh, hello. I did try and spot you then, but didn't appear. Of course, the audio has been changed now, so it's a lot less obvious, just it doesn't seem like he had actually spotted him. Oh no, I did spot him, okay. I just didn't feel like I had. Not the best positioning on these lasers, honestly. Sorry, on these rails, particularly for trying to fire downwards, but I'll manage, I'll manage. Let's go down there. Whee! Ha-ha! Into the middle of battle using our lasers. Because screw rails, we have Hello! Did I just walk on you? How are you doing, sir? Trying to go for your lasers here. I took out most of them already. Actually, we're doing quite well. The lasers are better placed than the rails on this spot, so they are a lot more protected, it must be said. Come on. Oh, well, definitely got the assist at least. Also, teleporting module, really cool. Not so suited for this type of bot, honestly. More for the hit and run type, or just extremely quick, or anything really where you need to reposition quickly a lot, because if you're in the middle of battle, it's not normally a good escape plan, because you rarely have enough power to actually pull it off. Let's go over there. Though saying that, sometimes it is really sodding useful, it must be said, and it does cost less power than the shield module, but it does have a shorter cooldown as well, I think. I think it has a shorter cooldown but costs more power. I think that's the combination of the two. I'm probably making a lot of mistakes because this is the first I'm actually fighting, well, actually testing out the new patch, so for the time being I am learning like everyone else. Didn't really get to use the rails too much. Definitely better than when I only had 1 or 2, though. Lasers are really nice at the moment. They do more damage, but of course are more inaccurate in terms of they are a true projectile now to make up for that. So, not the best example of the rail laser combo, but I can certainly see it working. But maybe going more into one than the other. I feel like if you go almost all into lasers, then the rails can be used for very fast targets, or simply if you can't get there quickly. If you go fully into the rails, then a couple of lasers, it's a last resort if a target gets very, very close to you, because of course rails do less damage per second significantly than the lasers in short range. Actually, how much damage do the lasers now do? Let's have a quick look-see. They now do 6,077 per hit, and consume 1,486 power. Single gunfire rate is 4.5 seconds, nominal fire rate is 10, nominal count is 6. Okay, well that's new words for me, still very interesting though. And then we have the rail, which has this. The power consumption is 22,000, but it does 45,000 per hit, but of course a massive power consumption difference, and of course a massive fire rate difference as well. And with that, I'm going to go away now and start building a robot which can actually use a variety of weapons and find out my own personal favourite. Perhaps I'll be streaming it in the not-so-distant future, who knows. So thank you so much for watching for this quick look into the new modules, and probably a lot of misinformation. Take everything I've said today with a pinch of salt, because honestly, first time really playing around with the new stuff. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, then of course, likes, favourite, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Robocraft is a series you wish to see continued in the future. In the comments below, please tell me, what's your favourite style of robot? What's your favourite combination of all the weapon types? I'm really curious to see what's everyone's favourite. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.